Hi there, my name is Ken Duda. I'm one of the co-founders of Arista. I run the software team at the company. I'm excited to talk to you more about some of the things we're doing in the enterprise campus space. As you know, we've been very successful in the data center, deployed at massive scale with some of the highest capability devices, also working with the highest reliability. And several years back, a bunch of customers came to us and said, we need what you guys have done in the data center. We need that in our campus. And so that's what we did. We entered the campus market. We did it with the same EOS and the same cloud vision that have been so successful in the data center. And we've done it with the same attention to quality, making sure first and foremost, the network works, no excuses. And with that, we've been quite successful in the campus as well. And we're now announcing some extensions on our campus capabilities in the area of stacking. Stacking is a feature that many vendors have supported for many years. But when we looked at the traditional approaches, we were troubled by a couple of the aspects of them. And so we thought about the problem and didn't ever want to do it the way it's been done in the past. Because if you look at some of our competitors, stacking requires whole extra types of hardware, proprietary connectors, fragile cables that are all single-sourced. And basically, it leads to a lot of software complexity, or you get a stacking tax on every feature, where every feature in your OS has code that says, if stacking's enabled, then do this, else do that, and the whole thing just becomes more complicated. We didn't want to do any of that. And we put our hands to the chalkboard and came up with an approach to stacking, actually, 2 approaches to stacking that really fit the bill. First, we have switch aggregation group. This is an EOS feature. It's a feature that enables you to assemble a set of switches into an aggregate switch. Much like with a link aggregation group, you assemble an aggregate link out of several member links. A switch aggregation group behaves like a single switch. There's a single CLI, single IP address. It supports all the different features exactly the same as a single switch does. It supports all the same protocols. You have one instance of spanning tree, one instance of LACP, one instance of the routing protocols. It leverages the software architecture from the EOS modular switch design, but simply in a different context where there's a lot of individual switches instead. And it supports switches of just the ordinary switch hardware, no proprietary hardware, no proprietary cables or anything like that. And most importantly, it's the same EOS. The same exact switch operating system that you run everywhere else in your estate works within the aggregation group as well. The other feature we're announcing here is leaf spine stacking. This is a pure management approach to stacking. It leaves the switches untouched. The switches operate just the way switches have always operated. And we get the benefit of stacking through the management plane in Cloud Vision. Cloud Vision provides you with a single view of the entire stack. The stack can be as big as your campus. And Cloud Vision gives you the ability to configure the stack, to assign ports to profiles, to see what's going on across your fabric, treating the stack from a management point of view as one entity, even though the physical devices are all separate. We think this is the kind of cleanest and smoothest way to gain that kind of modern operating model advantage of having a sort of architectural approach to management that avoids snowflakes, follows design patterns, manage the whole thing without worrying about each of the individual devices. Well, thank you very much for listening, and I hope that you enjoy the new features.